It's that time, ladies and gentlemen. Time to roast the college football teams in the top 25. You ready? I am too. Let's get this over with. Oh my god, they're gonna do it. They're actually gonna beat Stanford. I can't believe this is actually happening for once. I can't believe this. All this time I'm thinking Oregon's not gonna be anything. Oh my gosh, it's gonna happen. They're going to do it. They're going to do it. Even though that says that's not a touchdown, you guys will be fine. Just don't. Don't you. It's happening. This can't happen. Why are you joking? Stinking now! Every second you're making Stanford look like you're a high school football team in the second half. So much for that 24-7 halftime victory, huh, Oregon? Huh? Alright, just get a touchdown and okay. Never mind. Maybe I can finally celebrate a huge victory. Probably. Okay. Just gotta hold them right here. You gotta make sure you hold them secondary, and oh my god. You're literally gonna do it, are you? You are literally going to do it. You are literally laying Stanford walk all over. Oh my goodness. Okay, let's just wait. Why are you 98 down? Why are you doing this? Why are you running the... You gotta be joking me, are you? You really gotta be joking about this. Are you serious? You are 2nd and 2. I don't care if they had one timeout. Why did you not need the ball? Just stop them here. Stop them in 2 downs and you can... Oh my goodness. It's gonna happen, isn't it? You literally even had 12 guys on the field and hold on a 37-yard attempt. But yeah, you make it easy for him. You know what, Oregon? You could try to handle it. You haven't won an overtime game in 3 years, and Stanford's won the previous last 2 overtime games against you guys. But don't worry, you can step it up. Thinking your defense first, huh? Oh, don't worry. You could stop them right here, and see, that's a tip, and oh my gosh, Stanford's got their first lead. You gotta be kidding me. And now we're going to a show called What the Heck's a Pass Interference? Tip number 1. Here we go. That's a pass interference because he's grabbing the shoulders and he's not even hardly looking at the football. That is called a pass interference. Oh, look, coming up right about here. Another pass interference. You know what? This was just a heartbreak. This was a heartbreak, especially for Oregon. Even though you may have shown you can actually so far try to compete with this team, good luck next week, Oregon. You still got a future ahead of you. You still do. Now, how does Stanford get roast? Well, first of all, for literally the first 4 games that they've been playing, they've literally have had first half struggles. You cannot have a first half struggle unless you're playing against Oregon. Every time I'm looking at this Stanford, I was thinking, oh, you're going to choke this. You're going to choke it. But somehow you didn't choke it. Literally every time you play these 2 teams play each other, it's always going to be an instant classic. Yes, you may have made Oregon not score anything in the 3rd quarter, but still, when you played a real QB, and you know it as much as I know it, the moment they played a real QB, this happens. And literally, they got Notre Dame next week. So let's see how they do. Stanford, don't have a struggling first half, or else you're probably not going to win the Pac-12 if this keeps happening. Bravo, Washington. Bravo. You beat Arizona State by a touchdown. You know, obviously, I do not know what the heck is going on with the Washington Huskies this year. I know they are so far now ranked 11, even though let's all be for real. That is actually kind of stupid because they should actually be ranked higher because they won a game. No one's giving any chances for Washington. And honestly, Washington, Jake Browning is still having struggles. He's not what he used to be in his first 2 years of Washington. His last 2 years, he's been having struggles and struggles and struggles and struggles. Washington, you also got to prove to me something. You got to prove you can beat Stanford. Can you beat Oregon? Yeah, if Stanford can come back. I remember even saying if Oregon beats Stanford, they're going to beat Washington. Most likely, you'll beat Oregon. You'll beat Oregon. But can you beat Stanford? The team that's literally been owning you for a long time. For a long time. The defense of Washington may still be good. to me, it's still the best defense in the Pac-12. Even though you're still favored, but wasn't there... Oh, yeah, that's right. How long can Jake Browning keep this up? This team with Jake Browning, he's so overrated. He cannot beat Stanford. You watch. It's going to be Stanford in the end. So wake me up until you play Stanford. Hey, TCU, you know what you and Oregon both have in common? Choking the game near the end. I can't believe it. I mean, yes, I did pick Texas, but my goodness, TCU, what the heck happened to you guys? Like, seriously, once you were a contender to go to the Big 12 championship, and now look where you are. You're literally a nobody anymore. You're not even ranked anymore. And yes, guess what? That is pass interference. And once again, what the heck is pass interference? What the heck is that, ladies and gentlemen? You want to tell me? Well, let's be for real. TCU, I can't believe it. I can't believe I picked you guys to go to the Big 12 championship. I did not see you being bad. Now, all the TCU Froghorns are no longer the team that could be in the Big 12 championship. They're no longer that team. Now your season's over. Hopefully I don't get to run into you in this. What we have right here is an example of people thinking that one team has a shot against Alabama. And what happens when people say that? They get blown up. As usual. Texas A&M, you really thought you were going to have a chance against Alabama? You haven't even beat them in a long time, so don't even give me any of that smack talk of you thinking like, oh, we can beat Alabama, and all your fan base thinking that, yeah, we're definitely an SEC contender. Well, wake me up until you ever become one, because really, the only way Texas is going to be an SEC contender is literally if Nick Saban retires, for crying out loud. And now let's get to Bama. Bama, you really played nobody. I think we all expected you to win this game. So really, you played nobody. So far, nobody. And wake me up until you play LSU. That will be your biggest test of the year. And if you so lose to LSU, I will be happy. I would be so happy. You have no idea how happy I would be if Bama loses to LSU. And any type of team, really. But really, Alabama, you so far have not shown me anything. Alright, let's be for real. None of these teams that Bama is playing is a real threat, but Auburn and LSU and maybe Georgia if they go to the SEC title game. Those are literally the only teams. And Alabama is going to blow them out. As usual. So how about we stop saying that team has a shot, because Bama's somehow going to blow you up. Oklahoma, I have so many questions for you. Number one, how the heck are you even this close with Army? Of all teams that you are so close with, it is Army. It is Army? I can't tell if you're contenders at this point. I really can't. Look, if you have struggles with a team like Army, that's pretty pathetic. It really is. I do not even know how the heck Oklahoma guy even got to this situation. You know what? Wake me up until you play Texas. That's all I gotta say. Wake me up until you play Texas. Because seriously, even though you won overtime, I would be worried. I really would be worried if I was an Oklahoma fan. After a game like this, be worried. Because something tells me something bad is going to happen pretty soon. I can't believe this. I really can't believe this. Is Kentucky good now? Is Kentucky good? Or are they just lucky? I have no idea. I love how people were also saying like, oh, Mississippi State's one of those teams that could somehow will try to beat Bama. Or even come close. And now look what happened. They lost to Kentucky, for crying out loud. Anybody that loses to Kentucky, it's kind of embarrassing. At this point, I can't believe what I'm about to say. Kentucky's going to be close to the SEC championship. They won't be in there, but somehow I feel like they'll be very close to being there, but won't make it. Wait a minute. Who the heck am I? How the heck why am I saying this? Oh my. Who am I? LSU, you didn't really shock me at all. you played a high school team. Somehow you gave the 21 points to a high school team. I can't take you still seriously. Wake me up until you play Bama. Wake me up. Wow, UCF won. First of all, this team has an easy schedule and it's in an easy conference that they're destined to be a repeated conference champion. They are destined to do that. Okay, look, no one is serious against this team. Who in their conference is serious? Name me one. I'm waiting. Yeah. You being silent? Yep, that means nobody. Yep. So why am I even talking about this team? Don't get me wrong, they'll probably have another undefeated season, and once again probably go over to another New York Six Bowl game. I hope it would be going against Boise State. I personally would like that. But for now, I really can't be so surprised. And none of this game was even a surprise. You played a pathetic team, for crying out loud. No one's special, okay? You guys have an easy schedule, and you're bound to go undefeated. So, wake me up until you play a bowl game. Come on. Boston College loses to a team that really did not win any of its first 3 games. This is amazing. Congrats, Boston College. Once again, you've proven to us that you stink and should not be ranked and deserve to never be ranked at this season. So congratulations. Well done. Did you personally think I was going to pick Penn State to lose this? No, I never even once did. Somehow you had struggles, but my goodness, though. Penn State, you really are not playing anybody. Oh, wait, until they're playing Ohio State next week. Huh? Right? Oh, they are? Oh, interesting. Can't wait to see probably their butts whooped. Maybe. We'll see. We'll probably see. So far, Penn State has not impressed me one bit. Not after what happened to the Appalachian game. They have not even impressed me once. Oh, Michigan. Wow, you beat Nebraska. You won an Emmys award for that? You won a cookie or something like that? You being serious with me? Are you actually being serious with me? You beat Nebraska. You haven't played anybody since Notre Dame. And yet, so far, that's enough to say that you still are not a contender and you're still overrated. Literally, you have not even beaten one ranked team yet. You've been playing a whole bunch of weak teams. Kids. Wake me up until you play like Penn State, Michigan State, Ohio State. Oh, wait, they're going to choke all those games. So, it's bound to happen. Well done, Clemson. Well done. You played Georgia Tech. Speaking of Emmy Awards, you also win an Emmy Award of playing another team that is pretty weak. For gosh sake. Why are we even talking about this one? Like, seriously, Clemson, you literally played Pitt. You literally have played Georgia Tech. Georgia Tech's not even that good of a team. Wake me up until you play like a ranked team. You know what? We'll get talking. I don't care if you people have to say they beat Texas A&M. Anybody can beat Texas A&M for crying out loud. Okay? So Clemson, wake me up until you play a really serious team. Oh wow, Ohio State. Urban Meyer is back and the crowd was excited. They didn't even need him for this game for crying out loud. Okay, look, your most impressive win so far was against TCU. And really, you guys got a tough game against Penn State. So really, this is going to be interesting so far with Ohio State. So next time, Myers, tell someone about that situation, or else you're going to get suspended. Again. You did it, Virginia Tech! The upset of the year! You did it! This is the proudest moment in your franchise has ever done. I am so proud of you. I am so great that you did this. I am truly proud of you. Good job. Well done. I am so proud of you. Oh man, the upsets so far of the year have been so far really, really fantastic. Even this one, well done, Texas Tech. You make sure Oklahoma State fans don't even think of beating Oklahoma. You crushed their dreams. You crushed them. Congratulations. But seriously though, what the heck actually? What the heck happened to you, Oklahoma State? I can't believe this. Now all those fans can now finally still shut up and be like, no longer be like, oh hey, we beat that team. We beat the team like Boise State. That means we're going to beat Oklahoma. And then you lost. I'm glad. Thank you, Texas. Can we all get a clap for Texas Tech, please? For shutting up their fan base. Thank you very much. See, another team in the Big 12 that's actually overrated in Oklahoma State. It's true. Georgia, you got lucky in this game. Let's all be for real. Georgia did. All because of this one play that's about to happen right about there. Is that a touchdown? I don't think it is. Honestly, I'm not surprised that the refs gave them to them. You want to know why? Because they won a SEC college football championship again. They won 2 SEC teams. Why? Because everybody is also SEC bias all the time. And I hate it, for crying out loud. I hate SEC. And of course, they got away with it. You literally did get away with it. Don't worry, Georgia. An upset for you is coming soon. Well done, Michigan State. You beat a team in Indiana. Anybody can beat a team in Indiana, for crying out loud. Are you serious? You still, to me, have not even gotten anybody's respect except for your own fan base after what happened to you against Arizona State. You know what? I don't trust you still. I don't think you're even quite contenders yet. Unless you beat Ohio State, then I'll call you a contender. But for now, you're not. Honestly, Wisconsin, I thought you were going to choke this game, but it turns out you did not choke this game, unlike you did with the BYU game. But honestly, Wisconsin, get it together somehow. You're so far not. Your season's already done as it is. The only way you can bounce back if you beat somehow Michigan State or a team like Michigan State or Michigan or Ohio State. We all know that's not going to happen. So why are we even talking to this team? Your season's done, okay? So don't come back and don't let, you know what? Impress me until you play one of those teams. Try that. Are you serious? Anybody can beat this team, Auburn. You're still somehow trash. I hope you realize that. Like, seriously, everything about this game for Auburn was kind of easy, for crying out loud. Anybody can beat this team. Even North Texas beat this team. So what does that tell you? That team's trash? You right there. Do you agree this team is trash? Yes. Sold. To the man who actually knows something about football. Like, literally, this team was so trash, Auburn. Anybody can beat this team. You're not going to be a contender near the end. The only way you could probably make to the college football playoffs, you got to beat Georgia and you got to beat Alabama. So good luck with that. All right, congrats, Notre Dame. You actually came up in this type of game. You actually did great for once in your last 4 weeks. Congrats. Wake me up until you play a better team. My gosh, anybody can beat Wake Forest. Like, literally, almost everybody can. Alright, so these are the rankings of this week. Okay. Miami 16. You hardly played anybody. You literally were 2 touchdown winners over Florida International. Okay. Michigan State 21. Wow. Clemson at 3. Yep. West Virginia goes up to 12. Texas Tech is 25. Oh, wow. Bama's 1. Not surprised. Texas is 18. UCF is 13, and let's be for real, UCF has probably the most easiest schedule because they're in a weak conference of any top 25 team. Georgia at 2, not a surprise. But Oklahoma at 6 because they dropped down because of how close they played against Army. Auburn at 10. All right. Michigan at 14. Oh my gosh, that team's overrated. Mississippi State at 23. Yep. Duke got ranked. Oh, that's very interesting. Ohio State's still at 4, even though I still think they should be like at least 1 because they played somebody. Penn State at 9. Oh, so we can all agree that that's probably going to be game of the week. Kentucky at 17. Well, they should have been ranked like 2 weeks ago because they beat a top 25 team at Florida. So, all right, let's see. Stanford at 7. State's the same. Not surprised. Notre Dame at 8. Okay. BYU 20. Washington 11. LSU 5. And Oregon's at... what? I know what you're wondering. Why is Oregon ranked that high? It's because of the fact that Virginia Tech lost. There were 13. Mississippi State lost. There were 14. And TCU was 17. And they lost. Oregon came so close to a top 10 team. Even though they blew their chances. But let's be for real. Oregon really still has a future ahead of them. Even though they lost to Stanford like that, you got to admit they still played great, even though they choked it. And California is at 24. All right. And now, before we end this video, it's time for our bonus game of the week. The Rutgers get the bonus game of the week. You guys lost to Buffalo? You... I feel bad for you guys. Anyway, what do you guys think of this? Leave a comment down below. Hit that like button. Share it with your friends. Subscribe to me for more videos like this one. This is TGTP Tank Mode.